Hello. I never know how to start these things, I swear to God. I'm the most awkward person there is, but hello, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. I don't know. So today's video has been one that's been in the making for a while, mainly because I've just been really lazy and haven't gotten around to doing it. But as you can see by the title, today's video is my final installment of my Invisalign journey. So I hope you like it and you find it vaguely interesting, at least a little bit, I don't know, I hope. So just overall, I'll start off by saying I am extremely happy with how my teeth look now. The Invisalign was perfect for me. I do not regret it one bit, and I would definitely recommend it to other people. Starting off from my last video, I was still finishing off my first initial set of Invisalign, which had 24 sets of Invisalign. So here you go, here's that footage that I've kept on my computer for a very long time, so I can show you in this video. So at the end of the 24 weeks, I had an appointment with my orthodontist, and when I was there, he basically said that there were a few things that still needed fixing up, so I had a couple of refinements, and I still had a slight little gap in between my bottom teeth, so he was like, we could fix that and bring them both together as well. So I was like, yes please, especially because I didn't have to pay for it. Like, it was just all within the first initial payment that I had at the start. I got another, it's not like a mold of my mouth because they didn't put that weird clay stuff in, but they had like the special machine and took pictures and everything and managed to figure out how my mouth looked. And from there, he obviously did his orthodontist thing and put an order through, and then I basically just waited for a couple of weeks. During those in-between weeks, because obviously I wasn't putting any new Invisalign trays in, he basically just had me wear the final week of Invisalign overnight, just so nothing would move and everything would stay the same. But it was very cool for those 2 weeks or so to be able to not wear it during the day. And he even took off the attachments off my teeth, so it felt amazing. I loved it, it was great. When those new sets of trays came in, I was a little disappointed, I will be honest, because I was expecting maybe about 5 or 6. I ended up getting 11 trays, so that meant 11 more weeks of Invisalign. But with that being said, he gave it to me, he put the attachments on, and one thing I didn't realise, and he did not mention to me at all, was that for this 11 trays, I had to have attachments on my front 2 teeth. And that was something I was not happy with, but at the time, I couldn't really do anything about it. He'd organised it and done all that sort of stuff. So I went along with it and thought, well, it's only 11 weeks, I'm sure this will be fine, I can deal with it. And so I'll pop a picture up now of what that looked like, just so you can have an idea of what the attachments look like on the front teeth. As I'm sure you can agree with me, those attachments on my front teeth were very noticeable. Like, the whole point of having Invisalign was so that it didn't look like you had braces. And when I was wearing them, it definitely did. You could definitely tell there was something there. And so for the next 3 days, I was like, oh my god, I hate it. What am I gonna do? I can't last like this for 11 weeks. And so I booked another appointment with him and got in as soon as I could, and was basically like, I don't see why I've got attachments on my front teeth. They look perfectly fine. That wasn't the issue that I wanted fixed. And so when I went in there, I sat down, said that to him, and he was like, okay. And I was like, so can you just take it off? Like, what? And so in the end, he was really nice and really understanding. But what he was planning on doing was, apparently my teeth were too, like, straight up and down, and to make them perfect he was just going to bring them out a little bit. Because that didn't bother me at all, he just took it off and then very willingly just ordered me another set without the attachments on there. And so that took about another 2 weeks waiting time. So then after that, I basically just waited and did the same thing again, wore the current tray that I was wearing just at night, and then once those new sets of trays came in, with them not having any attachments on, I then just basically went through the motions and each week changed a tray, and that continued for the 11 weeks. I didn't bother filming that because the changes with my teeth were so minuscule that I just figured it was kind of pointless. One thing that I was actually really happy about, but also not happy about, was that there was like no pain whatsoever with these 11 trays, and like that's great, like I was so happy about that. But the other issue was it just felt like nothing was happening, and that was probably the most irritating, because I know with like the first 24 that I did, when there was pain you knew stuff was moving, you knew there was change, but with these 11 ones it didn't feel any different, and I'd put a new one in and I'd be like, well, that feels the same. And then, so after those 11 weeks finished up, I then had another appointment with my orthodontist, and he basically was like, yep, that looks really good, I'm really happy with that. He took the attachments off, and then I had the wonderful joy of getting the clay mold put in my mouth and all that fun stuff, because they had to make me a retainer so then my teeth would actually stay the same forever and like not go back. And for those of you that had not had the joy of having one of these, it's basically like this really runny putty stuff that they put into this teeth moldy thing, fill it up and then put it in your mouth and let it sit there until it hardens, and then they take it out and then they've got a mold of your teeth. But the issue is there is so much of it and it tastes disgusting. I hated it. It was very gross. But yeah, so she did that, and then they got sent away and a retainer was made for me. And then about 2 weeks later, I think it was, or a week and a half later, I then got a call basically saying that my retainer had arrived. So now, just every night, I'm wearing these things now. And so these retainers are basically, they're essentially like Invisalign. I'll do a close-up of it now so then you can see what it looks like. I had to sign a contract at the end of it as well, being like, if I don't wear the retainer and my teeth go back, it is not their fault. It is mine, and I need to wear it for at least like 7 years, if not indefinitely. So basically I've just got to have one of them for the rest of my life. But no, it has been so nice for the last couple of months to finally just have like nice straight teeth and just be able to smile and not be self-conscious. A couple of weeks ago I went back and watched my first Invisalign video just to see what my teeth were like, and it just blew my mind how crooked they were in comparison. Like, at the time I didn't think they were that bad, but now after comparing it and seeing what straight teeth actually look like on me, I'm so glad I did it. So yeah, with that being said, I'll leave you with a before and after picture, just so you can see what happened. But yeah, I hope you are having a good day and have a good rest of your week, and I will see you in my next video with whatever that may be. So goodbye.